Any further questions or comments? I don't think so. I mean, that sounds...
I want to speak
yes,
to this briefly.
Certainly.
I predict if we get some public communication out about the cost of this, potential cost of it, most of the public input we get will be very similar to what we heard from Director Inkster, that this is a really important need for our community, and many taxpayers are going to be willing to support that. And I think that is going to be helpful to us to get that input. So that's my biggest reason for putting forward this motion. If we get any, if we get a handful of complainers later when they get their tax bills, which sometimes happens, we can point back to having communicated this to the community and furthermore hearing a lot of support for it.
Thank you very much. Director Inkster.
Information is important to the community. I think it would be well supported by the community. People get it, and we have a big marketing department right here. So the message will get out why we need to do this. Thanks.
Director Bax.
Yes, and as Director Inkster said earlier, that we did do the math, and I'm in support of 1B. That's in the agenda, and that would cost me $16.52 a year on top, or once in 1 year. And so that's definitely, I spend more than that on dinner when I cook it at home.
Thank you for your update, Director Bax. And I realize the costs of this particular project are not high, but we realize that Totem and Shorncliffe are coming down the road, and we can pretty much predict what's coming there. Director Toth.
Thank you, Chair. Fully supportive, but you mentioned, Shorncliffe, Totem. There's other hospital districts that are also now looking at Foundry. I've mentioned, facilities like Arrowhead. Like, should they count? Like, I understand the concerns of slippery slope. And in an ideal world, in an ideal situation, these things would be funded by the province as part of a continuum of care. But I stand by what everybody else and myself have been saying. Like, our community is willing to step up and say yes to this. And I think that signals things to the province too.
Thank you. So we have a motion on the floor. Okay, motion to communicate. Right. So I'm calling the question. All those in favor? Wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay. If that is that the further motion you had in mind, Director White, or?
No, there's another one.
Is there another one? Because we've finished 8.2, then there's 9 communications. We don't have any 10 motions. That sounds like you.
So yeah, for 10, I had so we're on 10. So the motion is, and I've shared this with directors over email, that the board chair write the provincial ministers of health and infrastructure to express strong concerns with our community's long-term care shortage and impacts on our overcapacity hospital, and to urge the reopening of the Shorncliffe Care Facility as part of an immediate plan to address this shortage.
And I see a seconder. And Director Inkster.
This is a good meeting. We're doing important things, and this is yet another thing. It's adding a letter to the numbers of letters to the community push and outcry over the lack of long-term care beds, to the petition that's been circulating through change.org, driven by some really hardworking community members that ought to have a petition on long-term care beds. It will add to that chorus. Let's hope that the letters we write, with all the other hard work being done by our community members, is the straw that breaks the health ministry's back. But I think that if we write this letter, I would ask that we keep doing things like this every few months, reminding the province, because they move slow. to remind the province that we have some real long-term health needs on the Sunshine Coast. So I'll be supporting this. Thanks.
Thank you. And I will support it too. I'm going to ask Director White. I thought I heard a mention of meeting with the Minister of Health at some point. That's outside of this motion. Is there any point to contemplating this?
We can try it. Yeah. I mean, we can't ensure a meeting with the Minister of Health. It's very hard to get a meeting with the Minister of Health. I have managed once, and I did bring up long-term care, so it's on her radar. I mean, just following up on what Director Inkster raised, there is ongoing advocacy for long-term care expansion. We brought this up at UBCM just in September as well, this challenge. So VCH in particular is well aware, and I mean, so is the minister. And we can certainly try to follow up this letter with a meeting. If anyone wants to add that to the motion to pursue a meeting, that we can try it, but I promise I'll do that anyway as the chair.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to ask the mover to add that, but if the mover thinks that it will work otherwise, then
Sure, and add and request a
yeah,
meeting with the Minister of Health.
yeah. I'll do that. I was just hoping the mover could do it because it's just
Build it into the
simple.
letter.
Yeah. Thanks.
Procedurally, Director White, do you move that? Do you move that amendment to your own motion?
Accept it. Is that what we're
Yep.
doing it?
We're doing
Yep,
it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we need to second it, but second it anyway. Somebody, thank you. Director Gabius. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, I just wanted to support this motion. I'm really grateful to Chair White for all the work on this and for offering to write that letter. And it's really, now is really that, like, we're at such a stress point, like really we need to ramp up advocacy. And I think we could really mobilize a lot of not-for-profits, a lot of folks on the coast to even amplify that message as much as possible and just go to the province with like a real huge big advocacy case. So yeah, maybe we could strategize further to see how big we can make this and how much noise we can make. Thanks.
Thank you, Director Toth.
Thank you. And just to add in, like, this isn't something that's just come out of the blue. I mean, we talked about it with the MLA last week when we met with her and raised it as a concern. And there are a number of components to this that she has promised follow-up for us on, including finding out, you know, this motion speaks about Shorncliffe, but we'd always been sort of told or indicated to that Shorncliffe was going to come after Totem was repurposed. And honestly, we don't know where either of these sit on a provincial infrastructure list or a priority list or anything like that. So I do know that, you know, our MLA is working on getting us these answers. I know that our community is well aware of the needs, obviously. And I think it's really important that anybody and everybody continues to write the MLA, write the Minister of Health, write us even just to support advocacy work that we're doing. Because we hear a lot about complaints and problems, but it's good to hear from people that are, you know, wanting a particular initiative undertaken. So just flagging that for sort of everybody, but yeah, thank you.
Lovely. And this is a issue for everybody, not just seniors, because a goodly portion of our small hospital is a warehouse for long-term care cases, and we need our hospital back. So, okay, have we all pontificated? In that case, I'm going to call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? No, we all are in favor. That's lovely. Thank you very much. That passes. And back to our agenda. No bylaws, no new business. We do have an in-camera, don't we? Yes. Okay. But we, unless there are any urgent public questions, we are going to adjourn this. Take a motion to go in camera. Thank you. I'm very tired today. That the public be excluded from attendance at the meeting in accordance with sections 91K and 92B of the Community Charter. Moved, seconded. All those in favor? Thank you. We will go in camera shortly. Unless there are pressing questions, we will have a short recess.
Okay.
Thank you, and welcome back to the meeting of the Sunshine Coast Regional Hospital District for Thursday, January the 15th, 2026. I am looking for a motion to adjourn. Moved, seconded, all in favor. Thank you. We are adjourned. And Director White, we are moving next to the Islands Trust meeting.
Okay. Have fun. And thank you for chairing, Donna.